Welcome to my channel. My name is Dorothy Museo. I'm a Christian. Welcome back. As we grow up, we get to certain stages in life where we develop the feeling of wanting to fit in. Maybe to a friend's circle, how the friends live, how they dress, whatever they do, or to a colleague's level, their lifestyle and everything that they do, or just anything that is happening around us. With the social media nowadays, we want to fit into the trends and everything else. So as a result of this urge of wanting to fit in, we start seeing ourselves differently. We start to even questioning and wondering if God has really neglected us. We start questioning ourselves. Well, if you look at it from different angles, it may either be positive or negative. If you look at it from the positive angle, then you may be wanting to be where this person is. So you ask yourself, what steps did this person take? What challenges did they have to encounter? What did they have to do? What were their stumbling blocks? And you take that as a motivation for you to want to be there and seek help where necessary. On the other hand, you may see whatever this person has is impossible for you, or mostly the negative outweighs the positive. And someone may even go out of their way to sabotage the other person by all means. I heard someone somewhere say, okay, well, it was a reported speech, and they were saying that they had sworn that they would make sure the other person doesn't get something. And I'm telling you, they had to create lies so that this something would happen. And I'm like, why would you get to that level? But anyway, it's life. And now it's made even way much worse in this era of social media, where everyone else is showing their good lives, quote unquote, wanting to live up to the standards and wanting to catch up with the trends and to fit in. And what this is doing is that it's getting into the minds of especially the viewers and the young viewers, and making them develop a feeling of like they are failures. How can you be 20 years old and start feeling like you've tried everything and it's not working out for you? So it's making them start feeling like they are failures and they are in need of instant gratification. It's making the statement of trusting the process null and void, because the young and the viewers don't want to go through that process. No one wants to go that process of trying and failing and having the stumbling blocks. They just want to see the instant success or the results, basically. And this is only leading to stress and depression, anxiety and nervousness to the young people, to the viewers who are on social media looking for the celebrities out there living whatever they are posting, because they and trying to fit in because they are obsessed with trends. This leads to some even getting into debt so that they can be able to afford the good lifestyle and fit in, so just as to impress the others and fit into that circle or to the level and the lifestyle of their colleagues. And if this doesn't work out, we see every day on the comment section, especially of the celebrities, people projecting their insecurities and talking their dirt there, because these people are just stressed and depressed. And if someone cannot be able to access the social media, we see them going around and trying to spread lies of the other person, just so that the other person may, with probably an aim of wanting to lower the other person to their level, probably just to validate themselves. It's such a pity. So I just remembered when we were starting YouTube channel, my sister is the one that came up with the idea. And then sometime along the line, she just lost the interest. And then I tried to continue, and then I also lost the interest at some point, and then I took a break. And then later on, I wanted to come back, and something happened. I wanted to come back now, wanting to do the content that we always wanted to do. At that time, we were beginning YouTube channel. And I remember one of my friends asked me, so I had recorded this when I was recording the previous video, but then I removed it from that clip, and then let me put it here. There's someone that I once met, and then they asked me what kind of content I intend to do. And I said, I just intend to be sharing my stories or anything related to some situation I've been, and I with an hope that it may help someone. And that person told me, Dorothy, let me be honest with you, no one is interested in your stories. What I would advise you is look for content that is trending and do that. And I think they were correct. To a big extent, I think they were correct, because sometimes people just want to see the trends. They want to see the people living the posh lives, but social media has really made life lose its meaning. It has painted a fake picture of life with the trends and the lifestyles that we see. So every day people try to cop up and to fit into the trends, and authenticity is lost. So if I say I'm going to do content to keep up with the trends, I'm sure I'm going to live a stressed and a depressed kind of life. I'm going to live a fake life. I'm going to live a life that is not my own. And I'm going to live a life neglecting my own natural and authentic life. I think I just can't. Because if we were to live in a life of coping up with situations, coping up with trends, I just can't. And to some extent, I think I almost lost hope, and I almost gave up again in doing content, because I had given up the first time. But for the first time that I had given up is because of my own personal reasons, because I had judged myself so much. I would look at my videos and I would be like, sasa hata nilikuwa nasema nini? Ai, sasa hii ni nini nilikuwa naonyesha watu? What was this even? I judged myself so hard, to a point that I put every video that my face was appearing on private mode. I came to reactivate them just recently when I decided to come back, and I was like, you know what? This was just my authentic self. I was not faking life. I was not trying to cope with the trends. And with that, I just decided probably it will get to a point where people will need authenticity rather than trends. People will get to a point where they will need to hear that life has struggles, rather than seeing the beautiful kind of life that has no struggles, that is portrayed now by the social media. So when you get to that point that probably I'd got to by being told that no one wants to hear my stories, please come back to this video and listen to me telling you, so that you can at least re-energize and know that we all struggle at some point in life. This life has its beautiful moments, and it has its hard moments. It has the highs and the lows. One thing we should not forget is that as much as there are people showing their real lives on the social platforms, there is more fake life on social media than the authentic life. And in overall, the authenticity of life is lost. You know, this idea or this mentality of wanting to fit in basically creates competitive and comparison mentality within us if we take it to heart. So what should we do, or what should happen? Because if we continue comparing ourselves to the social media life and wanting to fit into the trends, then we are going to fall more and more deep into the depression, and we'll forget our lives. We'll forget that this life needs us. We were put in this life at such a time like this with a purpose. So we are now forgetting our purpose, and we are now crossing over to live other people's lives, which is so wrong. So what should we do? In order to avoid this feeling of competition, in order to avoid this feeling of comparison and wanting to fit into the trends and the lifestyle that comes up, we should stop taking life, we should stop looking at life from an angle of comparison. My message every day is we should work every day to better ourselves. And how do we better ourselves? Our only competition is our previous version of ourselves. It's not the people around us. It's not anyone. It's not the society. It's not the trends. It's us. It's the previous version of me. If I used to be this way, if I used to be lazy, if I used not to work hard, I used not to wake up and do that which the others are doing to get that lifestyle that I want, I should use that as my competition. I should use that to motivate me to work hard. So every day I wake up, I should be motivated to become a better version than I was yesterday. I should stop being lazy. I should start waking up early, even if it's 10 minutes earlier. At least working on yourself. Sometimes it's not about perfection, it's rather about progress. The progress of working on yourself, it will not come instantly. It's a progress. It's a progress sometimes where you will fall short of glory and you will fail yourselves, but you just wake up and encourage yourselves, okay, I'll just push on one more time, provided I'm seeing the progress. So let me tell you a short story of myself of when I was growing up that reminds me every day that my only competition is my previous self, is who I was yesterday, and it's not anyone else. So when we were growing up, when we used to go to school, my mom used to tell us, or even the school system used to reward only the students that would come to position top 1, 2, and 3. And the ones who were last used to be laughed at or to be mocked like that. So they used to only reward the top 3 students. And my mom is a retired teacher, and that is what exactly she used to do to us. So she would tell us that when you come to position 1, 2, or 3, I will reward you something. She was probably encouraging us to read and work more hard in school, and my sisters would come to those positions and they would be given good gifts. I cannot forget that this one time my sister was given a very good umbrella, and she was bought so good shoes, white shoes, they look so awesome. But yours truly, I have never been in those positions. The position 1, 2, and 3, I've never found myself in those positions. So I think at some point my mom noticed that this is not working. So my mom changed strategy. When she moved me from one school to another school, she told me, now I'm going to give you a reward if you score in mathematics and science 60%. And do you know that by the end of that term, I had scored, I think in science a 62% and in math, I think a 65%. I used to get 40s in those subjects, but I had scored that 60. Hey, I was so happy. I could not wait to tell her during the visiting days because I'd been taken to a boarding school. So during the visiting days, I told her, hey, I got those marks, and she rewarded me. Then she told me, okay, next term, if you score a 70%, I'm going to give you a grade. I'm going to give you a present. The next term came and I got the 70%. So she gave me the present. It went on until the target was now 90%, and I still got the 90%. This basically is just to mean like the time that she was telling us when we come to position 1, 2, and 3, it was not probably working because we were being compared with the ability of others, and maybe we can find ourselves seeing ourselves as not able. But the moment she changed the strategy to, if you improve and get just a slightly higher grade, I'm going to reward you. I got that. Then she told me, okay, next get this grade. I still got that. So I was basically working to improve my grade from my previous term. So this translates also to life. When we look at ourselves from comparing our success with those of others, we are just going to fall into depression. We are just going to fall into stressed life. But if we look on working at just a small aspect and working towards becoming better in that small every day, that small progress amounts to a huge progress if you look at it in the long run. If you start this month, you start waking up 10 minutes earlier than you were. The next month you wake up now 10 minutes earlier than this month, then you find at the end of the year you are waking up 120 minutes, that is 2 hours earlier than you were waking up at the beginning of the year, which is a small progress really, but it amounts to huge results in the long run. Life is basically about working on you. Just focus on becoming a better version of yourself. I know it is easier said than done, right? It is easy every day to wake up and listen to those motivational videos of those motivators telling us, do this. But if you don't work on your, if you don't take the step and work on yourself and work on that, nothing is going to work. Every day you wake up, look at yourself in the mirror and remind yourself, this life is about me and not anybody else. It's about me becoming better and not about me comparing myself to others. It's not about me wanting to fit in. It's about me feeling better about myself. It's about me fulfilling the purpose that God kept me in the life at this time. And when you get to a point where you start feeling depressed and stressed out, because life is dynamical, one moment you're feeling good, the other moment life is hitting you left, right, and center. When you get to that point and you that feeling or that thought comes to your mind of telling you that others are doing better than you, please remind yourself that life has seasons, and in whichever season you are, you don't need to give up. You just need to push yourself and work on yourself. Remember, it's not about perfection. It's not about instant success that you need right now. It's about progress. That progress that you make every day is what amounts to a bigger progress in the long run. And give yourself some grace, because life has high moments and low moments. When you feel the low moments, stop depending on others to make you feel better. You deserve grace. Give yourself that first grace. Allow yourself to go through life's seasons. Allow yourself to go through life's bumps, the ups and the downs. And what I can say, probably as you go through these phases and seasons in life, work on your spiritual wellness. Regardless of the religion that you come from, we all believe in a supernatural creator. And seeking Him, praying Him, and worshiping Him comes or brings so much peace. So during that time when you start feeling like life is eating you left, right, and center, just run to your Creator. There's just so much peace that comes with that. Thank you for watching my video up to this point. See you in my next video. Bye.